recently we had a poll for everybody that gave money for the climate town hall that we want to do. As you know, that proved to be too difficult to put together the presidential candidates because it was actually going to be a debate. But the DNC won't allow it. We tried to get past it, but couldn't. So we then gave you two options. We're trying to do our best. We said money in politics town hall instead of climate change, or climate change reporter. And we had the people who gave money vote on it, and a lot of you voted on it. So thank you for participating. We do this show together. You voted, I don't know if it's a small margin or not, 55-45. I think that's pretty close for money in politics town hall. So we then tried that. Now, the problem is there's actually a couple of issues. It started out spectacularly. We didn't tell you yet that that had won, but when we saw when it's won and we started going right away, we got some great moderators. Professor Larry Lessig from Harvard, the godfather of the movement, getting money out of politics. He said yes to being a moderator. He's awesome as always. And there's a lot of great groups that work on this issue, and we're working on getting them. But then a couple things happened. One is that some events made it harder for presidential candidates to work with something we're putting together, okay? It is what it is, okay? And then the window is narrowing because now we got the primaries and the caucus coming up. And since the candidates and all those debates got added onto the schedule, with all of that, it became very difficult to put together a money in politics town hall. We're not totally giving up on it. So if we can do it at a later time, great. We'll come bring it back to you guys, see if you still want to do it or not. It's always up to you guys as to whether you want to finance it, et cetera, right? So, but it did leave us after great effort on our, by us, especially the folks that you don't see on camera working so hard on this, to leading to the conclusion that it's got to be a climate change journalist. So we're going to call it Climate Investigative Journalism Project. And but guys, I got to tell you, I am super excited by this because look at what happened with the wine cave. So all of a sudden, Elizabeth Warren mentions the wine cave that Pete Buttigieg was in while doing the fundraising, and now all of a sudden we're having a conversation about money in politics. The reason why that's so important for climate change is because the reporter that we asked you guys about. That was one of the top options that you guys wanted, and that we're now going to actually do, is going to focus on the money in politics aspect of climate change. Because who in the wine cave is asking, maybe worse for the fossil fuel industry, is asking people not to do the Green New Deal. Now that we finally have reporters paying attention to, hey, who's funding these guys? Which I thought, like, of course. Now to get a reporter that focuses on that and says, and by the way, we'll get it to our allies in Congress. Every time they're having a vote on anything related to climate change, who is getting funded by the fossil fuel industry? How much money did they take? What about the think tanks that work on that? The so-called scientists, how much money are they being paid? No one focuses on this specific project, and I'm psyched that we're gonna be able to do that thanks to you guys. Now look, it's gonna be a lengthy project and a significant one. We got to about $162,000. We need $200,000 to finish this off. So the URL is tyt.com/climate. So tyt.com/climate. I'd love to get to that before the end of the year. It's not a lot of money left. I mean, of course, it's always a lot of money, but we do it, $20 at a time, $5 at a time, whatever you can do it. As soon as that's done, we hire the reporter and we're off to the races, holding all the presidential candidates accountable, but everybody in Congress, Republicans and Democrats, accountable. I love doing this with you guys. Thank you for your patience through all of this as we've tried so many different things here to get to the right answer, but I think we have arrived at the right answer. And I think that as we do this, we can amplify it both through other media and folks in Congress. So tyt.com/climate. Let's get to 200K and get started right away. Remember, we paused earlier because we didn't want to take more money until we knew exactly what we're doing. So now we can finish up the rest of the 200K. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching the Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.